Yes, all right. OBOSH gave us lethal. There we go. Bam, bam. -3. Whoo! Oh man, that feels so good. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we're playing very odd Gruul today, or OBOSH Gruul aggro. So OBOSH the Prey Piercer, 5 chromatic cost, 3/5 companion, and you get to have this as your companion if your starting deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs and land cards. If your sorts you control with odd converted mana costs would deal damage to a permanent player, it does double that damage to that permanent player instead. So basically, we have our Godzilla here, and so Godzilla's 7 power will suddenly become 14 power if it deals damage to. I mean, whatever damage is dealt to the player, it's 14 power that you get to do here, as long as OBOSH is on the battlefield as well. And so, really busted, awesome things you can do with this. Godzilla is a little bit of a non-bow with OBOSH. I mean, you get 14 power, so it's definitely not a non-bow, but it does make OBOSH's toughness go down to 3, which can make it die pretty easily with lethal damage being dealt to creatures, determined by the power and the toughness. That's why we only can fit 1 copy into this. Also, we want to get to 5 mana, but we want to be playing a very aggressive deck besides that. So we got our Fervent Champions, which with OBOSH we'll be doing 2 damage instead. First Strike, which is really powerful if we get the Fervent Champions, really nice. We've seen how powerful that is with Torbran, and honestly I'm a little bit in between whether or not this is better than Torbran, but I really like the different synergies we can have with it. Like Bone Crusher Giant with Torbran, the 4 power that it does, it would only go up to 6 damage, but with this it goes up to 8 damage. Same thing with like Annex, which can instead of just doing 2 extra points of damage with Torbran's ability, this can be a 7/7 as well in this deck pretty easily and be doing 14 points of damage. If we get Shadow Spear onto things, also we get to have Trample, Lifelink, deal a bunch of damage, all that kind of stuff. And we're just trying to play a deck that is really, really aggressive here, while also making sure that it's consistent. And so we have things like Lovestruck Beast, which will help us fill out our 1-drop slots. We have a bunch of 1-drops because we want to be able to play turn 1, and then we want to be able to play 2 more 2-drops on turn 2, or be able to play out like a Scryland, something like that, and just kind of play it out pretty well. And then we want to be just hitting good, powerful cards on turn 3 all the time. Gruul Spellbreaker, Trample, it gets big, it can hit in for a bunch of damage. Klothys, every time that we exile a card and deal 2 points of damage, instead we're doing 4 points of damage, and we're still gaining 2 life. So really powerful stuff we can do here. We have 1 Slaying Fire because I don't think it necessarily deserves many slots in the deck, but I wanted to try it out because if you have OBOSH on the battlefield and they do have a big board you can't really swing in, this can be 8 points of damage to their face with OBOSH on the battlefield. So pretty sweet stuff there. Domri gives everything +1/+0. That's basically +2/+0 once you have OBOSH on the battlefield. So lots of cool things. I did have a second copy of OBOSH in here because you can play multiples of this, but I was just noticing that the one time you cast it is enough. I've actually kind of been surprised how effective and powerful the companion mechanic is, where you only really need it the one time, and so you don't feel like you just get an extra slot in your hand basically of, hey, this is always there to use. And if it dies, if it doesn't work out, if it gets countered, whatever happens, you have a deck that's still built, that's powerful, and I think that's the most important thing. You have to build your deck as though you're not going to have a OBOSH on the battlefield every time, but if you do, it's very powerful and effective. So I have 1 copy of Cult Collector in here because it can just get really big and awesome. Being able to have creatures that have Trample in this deck is really powerful because of OBOSH, and it's a 1 mana cost, or it's odd mana cost, so it's really good. Our Structure and Rate are Infuriates +6 damage basically, so every once in a while this can be really powerful, and it's still just a plus, deal 3 damage whenever we can. So that's not too shabby at all. And then Blazing Volley with OBOSH, this does 2 damage to each creature your opponent control, which we've seen a lot of things with 1 toughness. There's a lot of tokens that we can kill with this. There's a lot of things that we can just kill, but there's a ton of things with 2 toughness. And so if we do have the OBOSH, Blazing Volley is really, really powerful. I've seen it in action and it's busted. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to gameplay, see how this one does for us, and wish me luck. Up against Charles 75, bringing it on. And this is a pretty good hand. We have Lovestruck Beast. We can also just throw down a Scryland, but I guess we don't really need to. So keep this. So Bone Crusher Giant, the stomp side of it is technically even for mana cost, and so we don't really get to use it the same way. All right, this is going to be a hard matchup. Let's go with... We want to shark ourselves and get out Scorch Bitter or Lovestruck Beast. We'll go Lovestruck Beast. Pass the turn. I mean, I'd like to get out red mana right away, but all those are a little bit damaging or slow. We're still probably going to do it for the next turn as well, but we can kind of surprise for the Bone Crusher. Okay, swings in. We could kill the Cauldron Familiar and then shock this one. We technically take more damage, I guess. We let Dreadhorde Butcher go through, so this is fine. Everything is fine. Alright, shock it in, pass the turn. We love to just kill the Lurrus. Like, if they play the Lurrus out instead, Cauldron Familiar, we're going to kill that instead. Okay, Croxa. Alright, let's go ahead and just kill the Cauldron Familiar now. Croxa comes in. We could, we want multiple Scorch Spitters. I think at this point we probably want Drill Spellbreaker more. So I kind of am okay dropping that and being able to get to OBOSH. With Scorch Spitters with OBOSH are really, really powerful too, though. And the tap land doesn't necessarily help us a ton. Let's drop a Scorch Spitter. We want to be able to start playing multiple things on a turn as well. So let's go ahead and play 2 live, bring that out. We can next turn bring out, oh, we don't have 3 mana. I was going to say we can Scorch Spitter to be able to swing in with Lovestruck Beast and have a really big blocker. So if we get untapped land, we're in a really good shape there. So let's go ahead and play out the Lovestruck Beast here. Pass the turn. Giving ourselves hexproof might be useful. This is each opponent. If they have, that's annoying. All right, well, they can't swing in with it. Sweet. All right, that worked out pretty well. And now we get the untapped land. All right, so Scorch Spitter. Rule Spellbreaker. With haste. Swing them in. And that's 8 damage. I mean, they definitely have the block. Claim the Firstborn again would be annoying, but I mean, they can only really take the Spellbreaker. So glad they haven't found a Witch's Oven yet. And the double black mana to be able to play Dreadhorde Butcher again. We're in okay shape here. Alright, well, they found another way to do it. I think we just let the Dreadhorde Butcher swing in and maybe try to get to like this OBOSH and do more. Alright, they get Death Touch and Menace. Ooh, okay. Down to 10. We can stop the Dreadhorde Butcher after they kind of decide blockers. We get to swing in Lovestruck Beast. They definitely block here. We get to do 4. Man, the life gain they've had is not good. Shock. I like the shock just because we want ways to deal with everything that's happening. We want to be able to kill the Lurrus as soon as we can. So I guess we'll keep it on top. I think what we want to do is stomp the Serrated Scorpion instead, actually. And be able to swing in for more. We take a bunch and a half. We swing in. They deal 3 to us. And they get back Croxa. Not just yet. So let's just get in for damage. Down to 12, pass the turn. OBOSH gives us lethal unless they hold back blockers. Stable Passage, okay. Now they can get back Croxa, which we take 5. Yeah, 5 altogether. 8 to 6. Croxa can come back and be a really good blocker as well. And then how much do we do? We get to do a Lurrus. Lurrus is fine. We get to kill Lurrus. So kill you. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant. We didn't get to go for the OBOSH. Do we have enough here? We get to do 10 points of damage. Let's go here, here. You can just block with the Scorch Spitter. We know we don't have lethal, so if they do have removal for Bone Crusher Giant, this might just be enough that they can kill us. So let's be a little bit careful here. Like, if they find Witch's Oven, they have lethal. So we need to be able to block. And I'd rather block without killing it. so let's go like that. Down to 4 past the turn. We get OBOSH for the next turn, and we just have a really big board. There is something we said about OBOSH. Let's see, if they had a life linker, that was the issue. They had a life linker, so we could have got out OBOSH done 4, 6. Yeah, it wouldn't be enough. Yeah, so we didn't have lethal without killing their Lurrus there. I'm assuming Crocs is coming back. We don't have anything in hand, so they get to deal 3. If they get a land Witch's Oven as well, we're dead. It says Menace. Oh, I forgot about Menace too. Good thing we held back. Dude, all these counters, there's so many things to try to remember. And I always forget what the symbols are. But that's the symbol for Menace. Good to remember. Oh, man. Interesting. Cauldron Familiar. Up to 5. Okay. Swinging in. We have to block if they actually, I guess now we don't. Definitely not going to shock ourselves here. Okay. OBOSH. I think we swing with everything. Yeah, I mean, if they have to block the 2 big things, Scorch Bitter will get through. We take a bunch from Dreadhorde Butcher. Okay, down to 1. Probably hits our face or Scorch Bitter. Down to 2. And now Croxa comes back for the win. Yeah, okay, good game. I forgot about Croxa. Let's see if they remember it. I mean, we have a card in hand, so maybe they're going to go for something different. All right, they have Croxa. Yeah, good game. Oh, Balderdash. If we had drawn into anything else, we would have had a pretty good likelihood of winning there. I'm trying to think if we could have played around that any better. I mean, we would have had to block. I guess we could have. Any way that we blocked, we would have killed the Dreadhorde Butcher because it had Menace as well. So there's really no way out of that one. Let me know down in the comments below because I'm probably missing something. I typically am. I really like Clothis. I like this. We have some removal for the early game. If we can hit our land drops, Ghoul Spellbreaker, Domri, all this is not a bad way to play. So I guess I'll keep this. We get ramp up to OBOSH with Domri as well. I'd love to have a 1-drop, but I kind of want to see how this deck plays without it. Again, a lot of times the way that I play, I like to play more based off of like showcasing my deck rather than just straight, this is the best thing to do. I should technically play Mountain first because we don't have a 2-drop, so playing the Stomping Ground tap for the turn 2 is better. But I'd already let go by that time. Yeah, we could have shucketed this one. All right. Well, past the turn. We've not hit a land yet. We are running 23 lands in the deck, so 41% chance to hit land every draw. Down to 17. Let's see what else comes out. Enters with the counter. Yeah. Shock isn't looking so great, guys. Now it's looking pretty good. We can't kill the Barkhide Troll, but from champion. Still no land. Past the turn. This is... See, everyone... Should I be mulliganing 2 land hands? I think that if I did mulligan 2 land hands, I would never play Magic. Because I have 2 land hands all the stinking time. And I win with them consistently, so it's not like a terrible thing. I think Barkhide Troll is going to be more annoying over time. And so we can have the Infuriate to kill him here. We'll block Zurta Goblin this time. So block... Shock. Shock and block. Take 3. Down to 14. What else you got, sir? We'll probably just get out Gruul Spellbreaker as a big boy. We got a land. We can play things. Woohoo! Alright, Gruul Spellbreaker as a big boy. No attacks past the turn. We just want land for next turn as well. Domri with Infuriate might be okay. We will just block. Trade off. We're trying to go for the slow game now. We have Klothys. We have other things like that to kind of play the long game. Not another land. All right, but that's a good play. Counter, pass the turn. New attacks. I could have also like Domreed. Wildborn Preserver. I go back and forth with how much I like this card. I think it's crazy powerful. It's really good. I think that, I mean, the fact that counters kind of stop Heartless Act, which is one of the more played removal spells. But you can invest a ton into this 2-drop and then have it die to Murderous Rider still or something like that. And that is a little bit annoying. Castle Embereth. All right, so we go Domri. We will have you kill him. And we probably just hold back blockers still. The Infuriate could be pretty fun to use, but I feel like we give it away. So let's just pass the turn. We want to, again, play a little bit of the slower game at the moment. We have a lot more slow cards. We get OBOSH for the next turn. OBOSH. Get swinging for 14. Klothys, okay. Okay, pass to my turn. We want to shock ourselves for this. Be able to hold up Infuriate. Nah, probably not. All right, so
I'm sorry.
Let's go with. We could also get down Klothys ourselves. The graveyard's going to start going away pretty quickly as well. We came to play OBOSH. Play an OBOSH. There we go. Stomping Ground tapped. We can kill. We get to do 4 points of damage with this. Let's see. Yeah, let's swing in with Gruul Spellbreaker. If they want to double block, that's fine. They're really far away from having Klothys come out, which that's probably their best hope, is try to go for a Klothys for the next turn. Swing at Domri probably, and then we'll play our own. Kill something. Be back on tap. Okay, yeah, they take 10 with Gruul Spellbreaker, dude. Oh, it's so good. I guess we can block with OBOSH. I'm a little bit scared of that, but this deck probably does play pump spells. Okay, stomp. Do hiss.
We will rise again.
Passes the turn. Cool. All right, so we have enough for Domri and Klothys, so we'll do that. Domri. And then, oh, come on. All right, that's fair. We were gonna win for sure, but oh yeah, because we have 4 damage with Fervent Champion, 6 with OBOSH, and then they'd have to, I mean, and 10 with Gruul Spellbreaker. Dude, it's so good. I love it. Up against Sebastian Lume, and yeah, we'll keep this. Pelt Collector. We'll go Pelt Collector first, just for a reason to shock in our Stomping Grounds, because we want to play 2 2-drops on the next turn anyway. So this will work. Get the Stomp as well. The only thing I don't like about Blazing Volley is that it's sorcery speed. So technically Scorch Spitter playing out turn 1 would have been faster. A little bit more damage. Or the Spiral, okay. Do we want to wait for the shock, or just want to get damage dealt to their face while we can? I guess let's wait and see. You know what? We have the stomp as well, so let's go ahead and shock. Get damage in. Infuriate. Well, not having lands is infuriating. I think we go aggressive though. Infuriate. Down to 11 past the turn. Hope that we can try to win before Garuda. Paradise Druid we can kill with Blazing Volley. This does hit a lot of important things. Paradise Druid is probably one of the best ones. We can stomp that. Get in for 3. Is that going to be fast enough? If they keep a couple on top here. 2 on bottom. All right. Hit the land. Annex. All right, play Annex. They can block the Scorch Spitter. We get in for Pelt Collector. They probably want to block the Pelt Collector anyway, though. Is 2 points of damage worth it at this moment? We know we get basically another turn. All right, no attacks past the turn. We'd rather keep more creatures for the Annex. Omen of the Sea. Okay, they're setting up. They probably have it for next turn. They're digging deep for lands here. 2 on top. Yep, okay. Paradise Druid. Okay, so Blazing Volley, Bone Crusher, swing in. And then hopefully we can close it out after the fact. I don't know if we can, but we get OBOSH. So the land for the OBOSH. So Blazing Volley. Stomp. Do I get more damage by stomping them? No, we get Annex to get through here. Whatever works. Alright, swing in. All attack. We know that they get the Garuda. But can we be wide enough? There is a chance they just straight up fizzle. But who knows? Whoever knows. Unfortunately, the satyrs, the tokens that get created with satyrs are even. They're 0 converted mana cost. And so they don't get the pump from OBOSH. But they do get the pump from Domri and Castle Embereth if we find one. Paradise Druid. They're not playing Garuda? What? They kept a couple on top. Did they not hit lands? Maybe they have like a tapped land. But yeah, OBOSH wins it for us for sure. Dude, alright, sweet. I thought for sure we were done there. Because, I mean, once they get to the Garuda combo, we're just like... The likelihood of them missing completely is pretty low. But we had a shot, and we took it, and we won. Dude. Alright, up against Lost. Bring it on, Lost. And, yeah, I guess we'll keep this. I like the Domries, like Scorch Bitters. We're going to shock ourselves anyway for the next turn. I guess we could potentially run into untapped Red Source. Luris. Serrated Scorpions. I hate shocking ourselves here, but we're going to just get it out past the turn. Domri is awkward with all that's going on here. We get to potentially kill this. I think we'll probably want to hold off on that. You know what? No. Why are we blocking? We're going to be doing more damage than they will. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Okay, yeah. Domri, kill that. Domri. They get to choose which one they want to fight here, so we'll swing in. We will absolutely be killing them. Get in for damage first. Target creature. I guess Scorch Spitter is nice because we get around stuff, but we will kill that. We lose the Domri, but we have another one. This gets a blocker out of the way. We get to play Gruul Spellbreaker, swing in for 5. Yeah. And then we get OBOSH on the next turn. Actually, we'd have to play Domri. Maybe if we get like another one drop, we'll play Domri instead. Doxa, get rid of land hurts us, but I think it is the land here because we have ramp. We can hit more lands. Okay, down to 14. Half land. Okay, we get to do 5 points damage. We get, I mean, just Cruel Spellbreakers for days is not a bad plan at all. All right, swing in, down to 10 past the turn. These Crux would come back. Not enough, I don't think. Yeah, 2. They need 5, so 6 altogether. Lurrus can bring back Priest of Forgotten Gods in another turn. Claim the Firstborn. Do they have the Witches out in? Just going for the aggro plan, it looks like. If they had the Priest, it would have been terrible. Mire's Grasp. Okay. Boo hiss, but that's fine. I think we just do the same thing again. A lot goes right if this stays on the battlefield. Swing in. If we hit land, we can play Domri. We don't have enough for Annex. Lurrus. Get back Mire's Grasp. Then we get to Domri, kill Lurrus. That, which I think we have to get rid of Lurrus because it's just too. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. Oh, where's our land? All right. Kill you. Swing in. They get to block. We deal 1. They gain 2. We're still definitely in the lead with this game. Getting rid of the Lurrus is huge, but they get Croxa back. Which then do we prioritize Annex or Domri? Probably Annex to go wide. Yeah, probably Annex. Discard. Yeah, Domri. They're used to the Forgotten Gods, okay. Now I just want to shock that. One card left in hand. If they gonna sack stuff, they're gonna be sacking Croxa. Okay, play Annex. No attacks. Pass the turn. Oh, we have to discard the shock. Yeah, I don't think you can really attack in. A Fervent Champion, shock. Annex does 4. So close to having lethal here. Shock Priest. They don't have another creature. Oh, I should have. Maybe I could have held on to shock to give us lethal. Swing in, deal 4. They swing back for 6. We have nothing. We die. No attacks. Pass the turn. Okay. Temple of Abandon, Clothis. There we go. Clothis is sweet. Bone Crusher Giant. Swing in. We can swing in with Annex here. That way we get more blockers otherwise. No attacks. Pass the turn. Claim the Firstborn is still dangerous. We can't have too many tap down things. Serrated Scorpion. Okay, plays the land. Passes. We get Clothis. I don't think there's a way that we can actually get lethal here. So then we just probably wait another turn. I guess we can get lethal. They get 2, gain 2 there. The issue here is if they had claimed the Firstborn. Actually, if they claim the Firstborn, it just goes over into their slot here. They don't actually get to do anything with it. So that does nothing. Annex would probably be the best one to claim the Firstborn, because if we do kill it, they go wide, but they don't actually get blockers. So I think if we can have land OBOSH, We don't get it in time with the Clothis, but this is working out. This deck apparently does pretty well against the Rakdos sack deck, which is a very important thing to note. The two main board Clothis, yeah, so they do have Claim the Firstborn. We lose a blocker. You get to swing in. They probably got to swing with Kroxa now. We'll probably just take the 3, not lose anything. They don't have anything else, right? No blocks. Get down to 5. Scorch Bitter. No land, unfortunately. Get rid of Priest. Down to 3. Scorch Bitter to make Annex a little bit bigger. All attack. All right, how does this work? So this triggers after the dies. So technically they'll be dead before that can trigger, I believe. So I believe this is lethal. I think we have it either way. Because we get so many hits in, yeah, they should be dead. Didn't hit the land for OBOSH. That would be a sweet turn if we could also have the OBOSH there, but that still worked out pretty well. Did they have a Fable Passage? I think they exiled it with Kroxa, so we didn't have the ramp, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been a more fun way to win. But we're 4-4 so far. Let's see if we can go for the 5-0 here. Oh man, I should never speak. As soon as I speak, I'm gonna lose. Hazus Canna, bring it on, Hazus Canna. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll keep this. We get the Temple of Abandon for turn 2, actually. This is another thing, is I kind of like that you can sequence things pretty well here. If they don't have any creatures, we play Shadow Spear. We could also get in for a bunch, but eh. Birth of Meletis. Okay, Temple of Abandon. More shocks. I don't think those are going to be as useful. They can kill. We want lands to get to OBOSH here, I think. Let's play Shadow Spear. Swing in. Down to 17 past the turn. Infuriate might have been a bit better. We're probably going to bounce Shadow Spear.
Stand by and watch. I've got
okay, Scorch Bitter. All right, let's go Domri.
Nothing disgusts me more than Law and Order.
Shock. If we can keep out the Scorch Bitter, it gets kind of past Teferi, but let's go ahead and just get rid of Teferi. Shock him past the turn.
That's how it was meant to happen.
Gain some life back. Yep, that's fine. The amount of damage that we can do on a turn that they don't board wipe is pretty sweet. They have a bunch of people, which is annoying. People, so annoying. Annex, let's see here. 1, 2, 3 plus 4. I want to use the negative ability to kill this guy. So play Annex. You don't have enough to counter anyway. You kill that. Shadow Spear onto him for the next turn is pretty sweet. Past the turn. We'll probably just Scroll Spellbreaker, swing in, Scorch Bitter on the second turn, and then we can fill the board with big things afterwards. If OBOSH as well. All right, so let's do this. So green mana, Scroll Spellbreaker. They have some sort of instant speed thing, but let's give it haste. Let's equip this onto Annex. Moment of the Sea. Okay, that's not a kill spell. It's one on top. All right, so probably has the board wipe. Moment of the Sea number 2. Draws the card that kept on top. We get in for a massive hit here. OBOSH on the next turn will be kind of fun as well. All All right, both have trample. They block 4 of it. We get to do 6. Gain 6 life. What's the worst possible thing? Like Dream Eater would be annoying. With Dream Eater, we can also just tap down. All right, so Domri, bring back Annex. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, I've done the
That's cool. That's good. That's fine. OBOSH swinging for 8. We can stomp to fairy, rule Spellbreaker. Swing in for 8 that way. Get rid of Teferi. I think we still want Annex on the battlefield though. All right, so let's go for the Annex still.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing something?
Because if they have the board wipe, we can go wide enough with Domri. It's so good. And then yeah, so I think that's our better play. Let's go ahead and see. What I'd like to have is Infuriate on the turn that we have the OBOSH, because if we can give something +6, it's pretty good. All right, they did have the counter spell. Now we know that we may want to swing in at Teferi. Yeah, I think we do. Their life total is high enough that we're going to be playing a little bit longer game now. Narset. That's fine. Digging for the board wipes. No board wipe. Narset number 2. Inscribe. All right. It's playing out the Narset. Okay, we get a free turn. All right, so we get OBOSH. We have lethal. Shadow the Skies, but that doesn't matter. We get to play OBOSH.
Nothing disgusts me more than law and order.
Yes, all right. OBOSH gave us lethal. There we go. Bam, bam. -3. Whoo! Oh man, that feels so good. I mean, just being able to hold that up every once in a while. Okay, every once in a while, we're just going to be doing double damage for a turn. Oh, man. I mean, they should have... I mean, with how much they dug for the Shadow of the Skies there, is surprising they didn't hit it earlier. But this deck just went 5-0 up against the best decks in Standard. And, I mean, those were all the best decks. Wait, did we lose the last one? Lose one of them? I thought we won all of them. Maybe I'm wrong. Did I concede? All right, well, whatever. I must have got it mixed up. Maybe we lost the first one. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.